Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, and anyone who's ever dreamed of turning raw grit into gold, welcome to the story of Dricus Du Plessis, the South African sensation who stormed the UFC like a springbok charging through the savannah.
And he's fought. Is there no one else?
But hold on, as of August 2025, he's just tasted defeat for the first time in years, losing his middleweight crown to the unstoppable Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319 in a grueling, unanimous decision. Was that the end? Nah, it's just another chapter in a saga that's equal parts warrior epic and underdog triumph.
Overthrow and conquer. Oh! Every monster in his path.
Buckle up. I'm diving deep into the man they call Stillknocks. And trust me, this ain't your average fighter bio. Let's break it down, from his roots in the dust of South Africa to the bright lights of the octagon. Picture this. January 14th, 1994, in Welkom, Free State, a town more known for gold mines than global superstars. Dricus, an Afrikaner kid with fire in his veins, starts judo at 5 years old. By 12, he's wrestling. At 14, kickboxing becomes his obsession. This guy's no stranger to combat. He snagged a gold medal in K1 style at the 2012 Welkom Junior World Championships, the first South African to medal there. And get this, his amateur kickboxing record? A flawless 33-0 with 30 knockouts. That's where the nickname Stillknocks comes from, because once he hits you, you're still knocked out cold. But MMA called louder, offering better paydays than kickboxing ever could. He even dabbled in rugby growing up, channeling that bone-crushing physicality, and to this day, he's a die-hard Springboks fan. Heck, he studied agricultural economics at the University of Pretoria, but ditched his final year to chase the fight game full-time. Smart move, you bet. It's turned him into a multi-million-dollar machine. Du Plessis turned pro in 2013 with Extreme Fighting Championship EFC, Africa's premier MMA league. He rattled off 4 straight wins before hitting his first bump, a third-round guillotine loss to Gareth McClellan in a middleweight title shot. No quitting here, though. He dropped to welterweight, snagged the EFC belt with a rear-naked choke over Martin van Staden in 2016, then jumped back to middleweight to become a 2-division champ, choking out Yannick Bahati and later unifying against Brendan Lissar. The guy's a submission wizard early on. Guillotines, rear nakeds, you name it. Then came Europe. Konfrontacja Sztuk Walki, KSW, in Poland. At KSW 43 in 2018, he shocked the world by TKOing Roberto Soldic to win the welterweight title. But rematches are brutal. Soldic knocked him out in the 3rd round at KSW 45, handing Dricus his second pro loss. Undeterred, he bounced back with a TKO over Joelton Santos before eyeing the big leagues. Enter the UFC in October 2020. Debut? A first-round KO of Marcus Perez. Boom, arrival announced. From there, it's a highlight reel. KO'd Trevin Giles at UFC 264, earning performance of the night. Outgrappled Brad Tavares in a decision war at UFC 276. Submitted Darren Till at UFC 282 for fight of the night. Stopped Derek Brunson via TKO at UFC 285. And the shocker, TKO'd former champ Robert Whittaker at UFC 290, catapulting him to title contention. January 2024, UFC 297. Du Plessis dethrones Sean Strickland via split decision in a bloody chess match, becoming the first South African UFC champion ever. Fight of the night, naturally. Defenses, epic. Submitted Israel Adesanya with a face crank in round 4 at UFC 305 in August 2024. Talk about settling a rivalry laced with trash talk and national pride. Then, in February 2025, at UFC 312, he rematched and decisioned Strickland again, proving his reign was no fluke. But styles make fights, and Du Plessis is uniquely chaotic. Like a drunk giraffe on steroids, as some say. but it works. Orthodox stance, herky-jerky movements, looping punches that come from weird angles and rugby-style double-leg takedowns. He pressures relentlessly, mixes high-volume strikes to head, body, and legs, then drops levels for takedowns. Critics called it sloppy at first, but Dricus owns it. I'm here to fight, not look pretty. With 23 wins, 9 by KO TKO, 11 subs, 3 decisions, and now 3 losses, 1 each by KO sub and decision, his 78% finish rate screams danger. Off the mat, he's a master of mind games. Calm, calculated trash talk that gets under skins, like his beef with Adesanya over African heritage. No major scandals, just pure focus.
It was me as a teenager, so searching naked teen boys, if that's on your search engine, man, you need to check that shit out.
And that recent loss to Chimaev? At 31, he's still prime, ranked hashtag 4 pound for pound. Expect a comeback that'll shake the division. So, what's the takeaway from Dricus Du Plessis? He's proof that unorthodox paths lead to legendary heights. From South African soil to UFC gold, he's inspired a nation. Who's next for him? Drop your thoughts below. If this fired you up, smash that like, subscribe for more fighter deep dives, and remember, in MMA, like life, it's not about how you fall, it's how you rise. Stillknocks forever, peace,